Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Laced Anarchy channel to another gaming chat for the Walking Dead survivors. I'm, as always, your host, the Hot Patriot. For today's quick update, which is going to be legitimately like a 10 to 15 minute stream at most, we're going to talk about maintenance going on right now. It just started a minute ago, and different stuff that's going to happen in it, obviously, with Strongest Survivor event and rewards and whatnot. So, basically, this is all stuff that was not talked about in the maintenance thing that we're going to mention here in a minute or so. But what was actually said in it was how, I guess, you have specifically people bringing other stuff into the maintenance. Here's what it is. But the original maintenance that I heard about was supposed to be them doing maintenance update for Strongest Survivor events going on right now, because apparently they're going to update different features into the different days that are coming in the next couple of days. Here's what it'll be for like 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. there. And I don't know if it's all 4 days or if it's just a couple of days. I know what they said at least. I think it's 4 and 6. I think you're supposed to get updates to them. And I don't know about 5 and 3. I think maybe 5, 2 or something. But yeah, so supposedly, like right now as it stands, it's like days, I think 2 and 4, you have the ability to gather in them, which is really easy to get the fragmentation rewards and stuff like that. But the problem is it's not easy to do that in other days, like specifically day 6, that had nothing like that to begin with. It was all just like, basically doing a bunch of dudes up and then eventually getting all your troops to higher levels and stuff like that, which is fine if you have a bunch of troop level stuff. But the problem is if you're spending it all, a couple days before that and you're not able to get that done, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Whereas now, with day 6, they're supposed to be updating it so that you can actually do gathering of resources and get, rewards that way too, which is nice. Not to mention the fact that I realized after they did the last maintenance update here for Season 8, now that we're in, you have, and this is not the original one for Season 8 content, it was the one for right after that, like day after that, where it was basically doubling stuff and allowing for maintenance shields to be added to 12 hours onto your original shield and stuff like that, which is nice. And that did happen, by the way, because I have the proof of that actually, which is basically originally my shield that I had on my account for the day was a day and a half left on it because it was a 3-day shield I bought the other day. Then right now it's now almost 2 days, like it's just another 2 days now, because I added 12 hours to make it a 1 day, 23 hours, 1 minute and some change there. And then of course that's been slowly going down right now. But yeah, like it basically added like 12 days to a 3-day shield, which is nice because now it's 3.5-day shield for 2,500 rubies instead of 3-day shield then. So, but anyway, so yeah, so they're basically going to add the resource gathering to day 6, the Strongest Survivor event, which is fucking awesome. I realized they also, when they did that last maintenance update like a week ago or so, give or take, they actually upped the amount of fragmentation you can get in Strongest Survivor, where it used to be it was 5 fragments for governor, either the original governor or advanced governor, or it was 5 fragments of Ruthless Negan or advanced Ruthless Negan, or it was 5 fragments of Vengeful Governor or advanced Vengeful Governor. Now it's 10. So instead of it being a 2-3 split for the 20 mil and 40 mil respectively, it's now a 4-6 split where it's 4 in the 20 mil slot and 6 in the 40 mil slot, which is fucking awesome and has allowed me to not only get my main account now to a 5-star governor. I am legitimately like a day away right now from having all the accounts as a 5-star governor, because it just gave me like double what I need right now is what it is then in a quick succession there. So that's fucking awesome. But anyway, we are going to go and talk about what is actually being updated right now and the whole thing. They're obviously doing a mod recruitment thing again right now is what it is, which is basically asking people that speak English fluently to be, being mods, basically is what it is there. And I do think it's interesting how they mentioned this here the other day, because we're going to go ahead and do the Discord here for a minute and talk about this, and then we'll talk about the actual update here for the days what it is then. So first off, you got the mod recruitment here. Says new round of Walking Dead Survivor mod recruitment has started. Players from regions up to and including 9-15 are welcome to apply. Responsibilities including helping players with in-game questions, which, by the way, none of the mods ever do that shit. Explain new features and updates to players. Record feedback on new features. Maintain in-game chat. Maintain in-game chat and report abusive in-game behavior. So see, this is the problem right there. Like if they really wanted to be that to be a thing right there, that third one, what they would do is they would actually allow moderators to have the ability to ban what can be said in GIFs and stuff like that. Because that was the problem I've seen a lot on this game, is people being all very anti-Semitic, for that matter, in the last few months now, after everything happened in Israel back in October and stuff like that. And it's all a bunch of pro-Islam motherfuckers that are doing this. And they're basically like, basically calling for, the mass genocide of people. That's what it is right there. And, yeah, and they're doing it using the actual game boxes that they can buy for, clan points, etc. there to push those agendas. And it's fucking disgusting. It's not much anymore. It seems to have died down since Christmas, really, is what it is. But yeah, like between October 7th and Christmas time and stuff like that, dude, it was fucking terrible. But as we hit the new year now, it seems like people have sort of faded off or whatever the case be. Or maybe they get banned for other reasons for that matter. But yeah, it's disgusting. I talked to people about that, and one of the chicks, it's actually a mod in our region, even mentioned that about how, yeah, there's nothing we can do about his mods because they just hide it, and that shit is what it is then. So, and then the fourth thing was help with various in-game events. And that was requirement, fluency in English, knowledge of a language is a plus, game account on the region listed above, ability to work within a team, in-depth knowledge of Walking Dead survivors is desired but not mandatory, age over 18, previous moderating experience is a plus. I think it's funny. And then the benefits, you get weekly rewards, moderator in-game avatar frame, access to exclusive moderator Discord, work with multicultural family team, which I think is funny. Like, that's really just pushing DEI bullshit right there in that one, dude. And then enjoy moderator exclusive information and perks, which never heard anything about that, by the way. But yeah, anyway, going to the maintenance, though, for the day is what it is, though. This is the thing we're doing for maintenance right now. This was updated at 10:30 last night. Says, plan to do an update on game, January 30th, 5 to 8, which is right now, to 3 a.m. So what's new? Added ways to exchange fragments for some survivors. You can now exchange fragments or advanced fragments for some survivors with legendary survivor fragments. You need to consume 5 legendary survivor fragments to exchange for 1 fragment or advanced fragment. See, that's what's kind of a slap in the face to me, honestly, dude. It should be like a 2-for-1, maybe a 3-for-1 at most, not a fucking 5-for-1. That's just ridiculous. Because all it's doing is basically forcing you to, like, piss away more than you want to do for, like, a single thing. And that's the problem right now. Because the thing is, when you look at what you need right there, it's Pamela, Sniper Andrea, Ruthless Negan, Call to Arms to White, and Vengeful Governor. So essentially what they're saying is, I can waste 5 legendary fragments, like the universal ones that I've been talking about forever, what it is, to do Governor Up, stuff like that, to get 1 Pamela or 1 Sniper Andrea or something like that, which I need 3 Sniper Andreas right now, unfortunately. I'm not going to waste 15 legendary fragments so that I could get Governor to be quicker, or I could even get other characters for that matter to be faster. I can make a stronger Tyrese for that matter to do construction, etc. Like, that'd be stupid to waste those to do that, man. It is stupid, honestly, in general. Number 2, optimize the rewards for barter. So added clay, cloth, and other items to exchange for building material chest, combat survivor equipment blueprint to exchange for steel pipe, and resources to exchange for speed ups. I'm actually okay with that one. I actually like that quite a bit, actually, because there's been stuff in there I've been talking about for a while now. And then this was interesting, I thought. It said shield gain for exchange raised to 12 hours, previously was 8. Removing some exchanges. I think you could do 5 if I'm not mistaken to begin with. So I'm wondering if they're going to down it to 3 now is what it is then. Because essentially that would be, you're able to get like almost 2 days worth before. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like a day and a half now instead. It's not bad though. I mean, like legitimately, I think it would only be, I'm trying to think now how much it would be before that. It would have been, let me think, 1 day and 16 hours. So that might be like might be like dropping it from 5 to 3 or something like that. You can get like a day and a half now. Again, not bad. I'd totally be down for that, man, honestly. So really, it should be up to 20. Really, they should do 12 and 24-hour shields for those exchanges too, by the way. Or even allow for something in the barter system to be like, okay, you can exchange like 3 8-hour shields for a single 24-hour shield. That'd be fucking cool. Or even a 4-for-1 for that matter. I think some of us would do that, honestly. Just so we could pop a 24-hour shield on the thing, that's what it is. And it said barter event is expected to open on February 6th and is available season 3 and higher seasons. So that's cool. So that'll be a week from now, next Monday/Tuesday. So, and then we got number 3, increased Ruby reward for growth fund. This is actually something you pay for, by the way. I think it's like $20 or $25 for the growth fund thing. So just the amount of rubies that can be claimed at each of the tier levels slightly, and double the total amount of rubies rewarded. So basically, it goes from 82,000 or 81,000 to 162,000. I'm really glad that I did not actually ever do that then, if that'd be the case, dude. And if I did do that at some point in the future, it'll be, if it's still $20, it'll be $20 well spent then, because I can get 160-something thousand rubies. Fuck yeah, dude. Kind of makes me wonder, though, the people that already paid for that, if they're gonna get another 81,000 rubies for free then or not, or if they're just gonna get fucked over. That's what it is. So probably the second one is my guess, honestly. Oh wait, here we go. Never mind. It says it right there, actually. I missed that part of it apparently earlier. Yeah, it says for all players who have activated Growth Fund, we will fully return the difference in amount. The return is expected to be issued before February 2nd. Okay, so that's cool. So everybody that already paid for it is getting the other 81,000 then. That's a nice boost to those people then. That's cool. That's really cool, man. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what happens when you actually listen to the players and you're not trying to screw people over. Is what it is then. Going forward here, we got increased Thriving Forces task reward. So doubled the points and rubies for rally attack and gather resources. I'm really happy about that, by the way, because those two things were very, very low. I think it was like 5 or 10 for the ruby attack, or for the rally attack, and it was like, I want to say maybe 10 for the resource gathering stuff for each one of those things. So I'm glad that they're doubling the points and rubies and stuff for that then. And I mean, for the rubies, obviously it was like 5 or 10 for the rally, and then it was like around roughly the same for the thing. Actually, that's really nice now I think about it, because it used to be, I believe, if you did all the gather resource things, you got 2,000 points a day. So now you can get double the points now, which would be 4,000 a day. That's really, really nice, because that would actually mean I could actually finally get to Andrea faster than the future Thriving Forces events. So that's really cool, man. Maybe I could actually finally make it to 45K then, because I always seem to be stuck on 40K, or around 30. I think it's around 34,000 is what I end up at usually, give or take, when I'm really working my ass off in those events. So yeah, if you're talking about for all 6 days, adding 2,000 points a day to each one of those then, so that'd be about 46 then, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can end up with. So yeah, I'd be making every single time almost, it seems like. Cool. Anyway, then we got clan team pack. Christmas gift event has ended. It says benefit pack is back to regular contents. Number 6, the game card game token, previously turn the cards event item, is now available for sale to gain you 2,000 rubies. It's a turn the cards event will be updated. Event items will be obtained mainly through event tasks after adjustment, and the event will bring you more free rewards. That's cool. New version is expected to be open in late February. So yeah, about a month from now I'll come back. That's cool. I really wish they'd bring back that Andrea sharpshooter game too, the one that had the dogs in it, where you basically just shooting bullets and you're hitting cans off of the what do you call this now? Off of a fence and stuff like that. And it's basically you either get a dog out of one of those hits, or it's like a bunch of rubies and stuff. And I think the main reason they did away with that to begin with was because of the fact you had too many people basically getting ahead. People like myself, as I mean by that one, we're not paying money in the game. We're basically getting the equivalent of what we're putting into it back, or pretty close to it anyway. So it's like you're either, breaking even, or you're getting like almost break even with that event. So either way, it'd be nice to see it come back. Even if they took the rubies away from it and stuff like that, and just had it be dogs only and stuff in there, like I would still figure out a way to make the rubies up and stuff like that, and play it that way then, dude, every single day. Because it would be nice just to have extra dogs and stuff is what it is. They're like, 7, 8, 9, etc. There is what it is then. So anyway, and it seems like that's the last of the thing then. So basically we're getting And then, like I said, they're also updating the Strongest Survivor events with new things in a bunch of the days now is what it is that are coming up pretty soon. Here's what it is. So, yeah, I would say, honestly, though, the thing with this is I think the only thing that really benefits people, like the only thing that this first one benefits, obviously, is the pay-to-win people that are already getting like a shitload of legendary fragments every single day is what it is there. And so they're basically going to, burn through and get their Pamela stronger, get their Sniper Ranger stronger, get their Ruthless Negan, Call to Arms Dwight, and Vengeful Governors stronger and stuff, which, obviously Ruthless Negan, CTA Dwight, and then Vengeful Governor all a formation together. And I'll tell you what, from what I've seen, if you can get those three together as like a 7 or an 8 dude, like, holy shit, watch the fuck out, because you're going to have a crazy good cavalry team with those three guys, and this is what it is there. So, and then, yeah, I could definitely see people getting stronger with Sniper Andrea and Pamela and stuff like that, too, for that matter. I think, honestly, though, of all the 5 of those characters, though, Pamela is the one that's, like, the most, that most of us would want to actually get to and get stronger and stuff like that, because eventually, getting her to 4 and 5, etc., will be where you're going to get rewards and stuff. I actually found something out too, interestingly enough, that apparently when I finally got my update done for Governor recently to 5 stars and stuff like that in the main account, it actually added a thing, which is basically whenever you get him to 8 stars, you'll get another set of rubies. The funny thing is, though, it went from 3,000 rubies at 5 stars for him to when you get him to 8 stars, it's only like 1,200 or something like that. And I'm just like, that seems pretty, like, shouldn't that be like 7,000? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's going to take that long to get him up there. Like, why wouldn't I get more for my money and stuff, Just seems kind of silly, honestly, on that one. But, yeah, that being said, though, yeah, I think Pamela's going to be the most sought after one in that whole thing for those of us that aren't pay to wins, but we still have, like, possibly extra fragmentation to get her up there is what it is. Obviously, Sniper Andrew would be another one to get up there because she's pretty good. Even if you don't have, Teenage Carl or Rick for that matter, which is, I'm trying to remember what he's called now. It's not Militia Rick. Seasoned Rick, that's what it is. It's the one with the missing arm and stuff like that, where he's got the fake arm piece is what it is there. Looks like a hook, basically, and then some other shit. So, yeah. And that team is actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Sniper Andrea, Teenager Carl, Seasoned Rick team is supposed to be a melee team, I want to say, together. So, and then obviously Ruthless Negan is, I believe, a sharpshooter only character. I can't remember if Call to Arms Dwight is the same way or if he's like universal. And then I want to say Vengeful Governor might also be something similar then. I can't remember offhand. But it is interesting, though, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the 3 of those guys together is supposed to be cavalry increases what they're giving you. So it's weird that you would have, Negan being a sniper-only character, which makes sense logically from that perspective of things, since you can do Call to Arms Dwight, Vengeful Governor, and just regular Negan together as a trio of dudes. And with regular Negan, you can actually have it be a universal character of any of the 3 different troop things, which is obviously cavalry, melee, and sharpshooters. And so you basically remove Ruthless Negan, and you just put Negan only in there, is what it would be. And it would be with Call to Arms Dwight and then Vengeful Governor as a trio of dudes. You'd be having all the cavalry stuff there to go, is what it is then. You'd be using Ruthless Negan with Pamela and with the regular Governor as the Tyrant trio, then is what it would be. So, yeah, this whole thing there. I'm trying to remember. I don't think Vengeful Governor. I'm trying to remember if Vengeful Governor is sharpshooter only character or not. I can't remember if he is or not right now. I should know this by now. I don't think he is, though. Yeah, check that now. Bench full governor. Walking survivor. Okay, here we go. We got tier list stuff right here. I also think it's funny how people put this, how they put these characters in these tier lists, which are like OP versus other stuff is what it is then. Which half the time it's not even that way is what it is, man. Now, granted, Ezekiel is fucking uber powerful is what it is right now. I don't know how much powerful Laura is, though. They got all those in tier zero. Tier 0. Those other guys are tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Yeah, tier 0, highest tier list, reserved for most powerful, effective options game. Okay, so they are saying that apparently a 7/8 star Laura would be close in power to Ezekiel, then I guess. Same thing with Called Arms to White and Provincial Governor. So I'm trying to see what's saying here now. I was actually trying to see the damn things that it is. I don't really want to. Or is it this YouTube video here that I want to look at? Okay, that's an unofficial wiki right there. Okay, here we go. Here it says the types of them there. That's what I was looking for here. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Ruthless Negan and Vengeful Governor are both sharpshooters then. Okay. And then Negan's just combat, Governor's just combat, etc. Okay. Same thing with Called Arms to White, it's just combat. Okay. So what you would actually want to do with that one, I'm pretty sure that they all function the same way is what it is. You would actually have Call to Arms to White with Negan and regular Governor together, and they would be your trio of dudes for, I believe, a cavalry increase. And then you would have Ruthless Negan, Vengeful Governor, and Pamela together as a sharpshooter trio is what it would be then. And they would be having like a crazy high amount of defense, more defense, and then health. So, yeah, it would just be like 33 something percent defense, and then a 16% or almost 17% health increase on that one then too. So, yeah, not bad at all. Actually, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Sniper Ranger is a combat. She's not a melee only. I didn't think she was a melee only. Yeah, I was gonna say because I knew I was using her for cavalry. I'm like, how is that even possible? And then I just realized, yeah, she's one of these in betweener people. Is what it is then. So yeah, but basically, if you would have her with Seasoned Rick and Teenager Carl, that would be a melee trio though for her. And then they would obviously be just melee only, is what it would be then. So then a lot of people, they'll actually take when they buy into Yumiko and stuff like that, they'll buy into Yumiko and have her obviously with Magna and Connie, and turn all of them into basically a cavalry trio then, which makes sense logically because, you can do that with those two. And then obviously Connie would be, I believe she is only cavalry then. So, like I said, the one thing I wish that they would do in this game would be do an update where they just give you like the chance to make your own like 3-person formation. Is what it would be, like basically customized formation. And it would be for those of us that don't want to pay into the game and be able to, because we can't afford to, and we can't afford to, buy into a Yumiko or a Glenn or a Michonne or whatever the case be, or God forbid a sequel, etc. there. But we would still like the benefit of having like, some kind of an interesting thing. And yeah, it'd be cool to have like, the ability to basically build your own thing is what it is then for one of your formations. Or it would be like a custom formation build or something like that. Is what it would be called. So. But yeah, my eventual thing will be whenever I can get all my dudes all the way up to T10 is what it is then, with all the different things. I'll actually be bringing Laura back up there with Mercer and having the three of them, having the two of them go with Princess, obviously, as a sharpshooter formation then. And then we'll be having, obviously, Lydia Beta Alpha become a melee formation. And I want to say, actually, when it's all said and done, I believe Rosita Abraham Holly actually works best as a 3-person melee formation, too. So basically be, you would have the F1 would obviously be Aaron Shane, Militia Rick, Morgan, and that would be cavalry. And then most likely my F2 would probably be, at that point, it would either be F2 or F3, would be Mercer, Princess, Laura, and the other one would be Abraham Rosita Connie, or Abraham Rosita Holly. So you'd have probably the love triangle of Abe Rosita Holly in the second slot, just because they're all super powerful now compared to Laura Abraham and stuff compared to Laura and Mercer right now. Mine's fraying right now. It's a problem is what it is. I'm tired. But yeah, so basically you'd have the Rosita trio most likely take the pole position of F2 then, with the Princess trio being F3 then, and then from there it would be your, Negan Governor trio of those two dudes, and then whoever else, probably most likely Pamela at that point. They would probably be either F4 or F5, and then most likely the F5 would be whoever else, that would be the case then. So, actually, I'm trying to think now. I think Whispers might actually be higher. Now I'm thinking about it. So what it might be actually is it might be Negan, Governor, Pamela as F5, and then it would be Mercer, Laura, Princess as F4, because that two of those three would still be kind of low, and then we'd have most likely it would be F3 would be the Whisperer trio, or maybe even F2 would be Whisperer trio if they're more powerful than Abraham Rosita Holly at that point. But both of those would be melee formations, and then F1 would be a straight up cavalry formation. So yeah, most likely, honestly, what it would be is when I have the Negan Governor Pamela formation, it'll probably actually be 2 of the 3 will be cavalry, and then Pamela, because she's only a sharpshooter, would just be sharpshooters then as a T10. Or it might be like 2 or 3, basically, where it's some, because there's the thing is there's benefits to having both in that thing, because you have the benefit of Negan and Governor both being that weird pack thing with called arms to white and stuff. So they'd be getting cavalry bonuses no matter what, and then they'd also be getting, if they would be sharpshooters instead, they'd be getting a sharpshooter bonus instead. Then is what it is. So it'd be smart to have like 1 be one thing and then 2 be the other thing, or vice versa, where it's like 2 and 1 kind of thing. Then if that be the case, so. But anyway, but yeah, it'd be nice to have something like, since I have Jesus, but I don't have like Glenn or Michonne to be part of that trio. It'd be nice to have something where it's like, you got Jesus and then you got like Magna, and then it's like, it's like those 2 dudes plus, I don't know, like Connie or something. And it would just be like, the communities or something like that is what you'd be calling as like a custom build or something like that is what it would be then. So, anyway. But yeah, that being said, like obviously that's everybody's tier thing right there is what it is. For their legendary stuff. And then we got obviously elite combat fighters, which these are all your purple fighters right there. And then it's the uncommon ones that nobody ever fucking uses, nor they should, nor should they ever. Because that's just like, no, you don't use those guys. Like even this set of guys right here, like you should only be using these people right here. Because obviously you don't get Imogen, Coach, or Ryan until later on is what it is. But yeah, like even like Shane or Boyd or Zeke or whatever the case be should only be used until you can get your legendaries higher and stuff like that is what it is, dude. And then when you actually have legendaries, all of your fucking formations should always be legendary characters no matter what. Even if they're technically quote unquote weaker than the other guys, it doesn't matter because you're able to defeat formations with them better. You're able to defeat stronger enemies with them better, comparing to, half part legendary, part elite is what it is. Then those are way easier to defeat then. Or if they're all legendaries, it's much harder to defeat those for some reason. And then, of course, when you have the ability to go and do the knife events and stuff like that, if you can actually, have the money held back, or the ruby, or I should say, not money, but like the rubies held back to use as the money to get, more tickets for that week is what it is. Then you can actually, which is not even a week anymore, it's 3 days now is what it is. You can actually take that then, and I'm actually going to go ahead and save this page for later to reference it, is what it would be then. But the whole point is, though, you can actually use those rubies then to buy more tickets, and then eventually those tickets equate to another 5 fragments is what it is then, and then you can actually up your dudes way faster, and that's what it is then. So, as it is right now, because of the Rescue Rick events now doubling in this current season, going from, I believe it was like 30-something fragments up to 90 there, to now it's like 60-something for just like the last 2 dudes almost. It's like 50, I think it's 53, if I'm not mistaken, was the last 2 sets. Or something crazy like that. Maybe all 3 of them together was that. I think that's what it was. Yeah, because it would be, I think, 8 when you get to 50, and then it's like another 15 at 70, and then another 30 at 90. So it's actually worth it then, because you can do like 53 then. And yeah, I was able to get Shane almost all the way up on my main account now to where he needs to be. And so I'll be definitely leveling out dudes a lot faster. Or was it main account, or was it I think it was secondary account actually, where it was a network account. But yeah, I was like 2 away universal fragment wise from Shane then. So yeah, he'll be definitely getting done very quickly as what it is then, and then be able to, update him and get him stronger as an F1 formation character, etc. there. So, but anyway, that being said, I thought it was pretty interesting. And then, of course, like I said, going back to all the other stuff here with this maintenance update now, which is, obviously pulling that back up right now. We got Discord here. Like I said, I really think, honestly, this is kind of a slap in the face to everybody. It should not be 5 universal fragments. It should be like 2, maybe 3 at most. It should really just be a 2-for-1 in general. That way people like me can actually compete with what it is then. So we'll be able to get our Pamela's a little bit faster as it would be then. Or our Sniper Andrea's up a little bit higher, even a little faster too, stuff like that. So yeah, I think honestly the most beneficial thing in this whole thing will be the barter stuff that'll happen very soon, is what it is here. Like doing the 8 hours to 12-hour shields instead, which should happen a long time ago. And again, it should be 24-hour shields also as options at this point. So, and then other than that, though, I think the Thriving Forces increase stuff, which is nice. So that's 2 things that I think are benefiting me as a free-to-play player then. And then, of course, this Turn the Cards event update and 4 free rewards will be the third thing that will benefit me as a player here in the long run then. So, and then, of course, all the stuff with the, like I said, where it was originally discussing for the increase to stronger survivor events now, which will be nice. So, yeah. It'll be nice to have that day 6 and be able to just send out my dudes on day 5 to go gather right before read, like an hour or so, and then just come back in, an hour or 2 later and just, level out my dudes and be able to get a bunch more, Governor, Ruthless Negan, Vengeful Governor, fragmentation, and use it how I want to use it, which I think most likely right now will be just going towards a 6-star Governor, honestly. And the reason I say that, obviously, is because, the faster that we can get that dude higher, the better, I think, just because it allows us to have a better formation overall. And even if you have like a weaker, even if you have like a weaker Negan or a weaker Pamela or whatever the case be, like if you have a really, really strong governor, you can actually still have the ability to compete at that, fourth, fifth tier, then is what it'll be. So there is that. So anyway, but yeah, basically my thing is I've unlocked Ruthless Negan, I've unlocked Called Arms Dwight, I've unlocked Vengeful Governor, gotten their original 50 fragments, and I know in at least one of the accounts I've gotten Ruthless Negan up to, I believe it's a 2-star now, which is like, I want to say that was like another like 150 fragments or something like that. Which, looking back on it now, and I'm not sure exactly what I used to do that. I think it was some of the ones that should have gone towards Pamela, and I think it was also some of the ones that should have gone towards just making the governor a larger character. So in the long run, it was kind of stupid to do that. I should just let that as a 0-star then if that be the case. The only reason I did what I did there, I think, is what it was, is the fact that I was able to have. I was looking at the perspective of him, adding a little bit of attack to the overall formations and stuff what it is then. Whereas if I had thought better of it, I would have been like, nah, it doesn't matter in the long run, just forget it. And just start upping, this chick and then the original governor and getting them stronger then to be a good formation down the road as it will be then. So, which like I said, when I can finally get my F5 together here, which is going to be hopefully pretty soon, actually, my main account there, because I'm trying not to do anything but other stuff to be able to get the 1,500 flasks required here very soon to actually be able to update that then, and that'll take a little over 2 weeks then to get that done. And then from there, it'll basically just be, me doing my things what it is then. So, but yeah, it's a whole thing right now. And like I said, hopefully it'll be pretty good when it's all said and done then. And won't have to worry about a bunch of stupid BS, and that's what it is then. So, but anyway, other than that though, I think that's pretty much where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this update of what's going on right now in game-wise. The current thing should last for about another 2 hours or so, give or take, just over 2 hours to go right now. I don't think it's going to be any. It might be longer than that, who the hell knows, but either way, I'm going to be taking a nap during the next couple hours then, since it is like 1 a.m. my time almost right now, so. But yeah, hopefully we'll come back to something cool, maybe a new gift code right now. Obviously, the one's a PC exclusive until the 4th. I think I got that already, if I'm not mistaken, all the accounts, which wasn't super great. It was just some random BS is what it was then. And that's the problem with some of those gift codes is that sometimes they are just like random BS like that, and they're not like anything real good. But then there's other times where it's like actually decent and has like, a ruby set with it or has like a few long ranges with it or something like that. And those are always nice, obviously. So, and then let's see where we are right now. Let's see what the general Discord is saying. Yeah, this guy here saying any working codes. Oh, that would be the ones up there at the top, bro. So, let's see. Somebody's saying something about maintenance there. Yeah, 5 to 8. Okay, that was them asking that. Looks like this morning is what it was. Or no, I guess that was last night, technically speaking. Let's see what people are talking about strategies here. And put those Glenn Machine. Just earn rubies in a day in current season 1. Let's see. Anything, it's best formation. Oh, people are talking about Ezekiel, I think, on that one. What exactly was that guy saying here? Oh, okay, yeah, they're talking about Elite Warriors, okay. Oh, here we go. Somebody's telling me what's the best thing for best chemistry for sharpshooters for seasons 2 and 3. And somebody said Tyrant, Saviors, Freedom Fighters. And somebody else said Elite Warriors. Chemistry is for Cavalry and Elite Warriors. And that guy said about it being best formation. Next guy said it's not. The whales only have to use it because the +1 speed. And that's the thing, right? Like when you have that with a G kill and stuff like that, dude, that makes it so much worse. That's what Killer Bees was taking us out with the other day, is what it was in season 8 right now. So anyway. Let's see here. This person was talking about what the best way to get rubies in season 1. Free to play rubies, source in the day. Daily task, golden chest, rally task, etc. PvE event, thriving forces event, doing rally, gathering resources, train unit, upgrade building, research, etc. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. So, let's see. Somebody's talking about. Oh, I think this is for our current season right now that we're in. Season 8 right now. Tanker truck, chemical. Where? Oh wait, no, this is season 9 actually, maybe. Yeah, no, this would be season 9 right now, I think, or even 10. Huh. Tanker truck storage is 41. Chemical warehouse is 42. Chemical factory is 43. Refinery is 44. And Bear Cave. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember now, like what I think. I think this is season 9 stuff. Then, if that be the case, because our thing would be, I think up to our casino is level 40 right now for that. So yeah, this should be season 9 stuff. Then that's cool. So at least now I know it's going to be going on in season 9. Then it'll be probably the crazy motherfucker from season 2 coming back again. Then interesting. Somebody asking about Saw event there. Somebody talking about their training camp. It does, by the way, make a difference actually. Yeah, maxed out versus non-maxed is a huge difference. Yeah, very much so. Very much so is. The problem is too, though, if you're doing that with the training camps, though, it eats up a ton of fucking resources, dude, for like clay and stuff. And that's how I run out of clay and stuff now for doing the upgrades of all my other things, and that's what it is now. So, yeah, it's best not to do those until you have a shitload of stuff. Is what it is then. But anyway, then. I'll just collect bread. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, stuff about Discord stuff right there. What was that now? Ghost strategy stuff. Game info, news. There we go. That's what I was looking at before. But yeah, going back to the update thing here. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. It'll be interesting to see how many people go from having a 7-star Pamela to an 8-star Pamela, or the same thing with Sniper Andrea in the next couple, days, weeks, etc. Here, I assume it'll be all the pay-to-win people that have taken a ton of universal fragments and thriving forces and strongest survivor events, etc. There, basically getting their things on for those 2 chicks, and then obviously same thing with Rootless Sneaking, Called Arms to White, Vengeful Governor too. We should have a bunch of new formations like that will go up to 6, 7, 8 pretty quick is what it'll be then. So anyway, well maybe not quite that high, but yeah, because the thing is, I think even people that are paying to win stuff, for them it's like not really that cost beneficial when you're having 25 fragments become 5. Honestly, like unless you really need that other 5 fragmentation and stuff like that. So I don't know. Like I said, for me personally, it would have been better if he'd had like 2 or 3 at most for that dude. Because even getting 1 a day right now, like if I could have like 2 a week, then becoming like 2 fragments of these other characters and stuff, like that wouldn't be bad at all. But yeah, like knowing I'm spending like a week basically to get a single one almost, it's fucking stupid, honestly. So maybe at some point down the line, like a couple of years or something, dude, when I'm all all my dudes are maxed out and stuff like that, I'm still getting universal fragments and stuff, maybe then I'll actually be like, okay, fine, I'll use them for this reason or whatever the case be then. But yeah, not until then though, obviously. Because right now it takes priority to have, stronger governor, stronger Tyrese, et cetera, there to build things faster. And, obviously in the case of Tyrese and stuff like that, or in the case of Samantha and stuff like that. Or it's better just have, a stronger governor is what it is then for, retirement formation in the future than as it will be. So anyway, but yeah, that being said, until later, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We went way over what we're supposed to tonight, but that's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Play the game, because if you don't, you're not going to win. You're not going to get ahead. You're not going to get forward. And if somebody is trying to destroy your town, shield the fuck up, motherfuckers. Or if you're in a seasoned region and your town's about to be destroyed and you have no shields, then jump your ass back to your original home, wherever it is. So that way they cannot destroy your town and your troops, etc. But either way, have a good one, y'all. Later.